Hi everyone, welcome to Vishwabloom. So in this video we will be looking at class 8 NCERT, the third chapter. Why do we need a parliament? Let's begin. So first we have some intro part that is related to why should people decide. Okay, so as we all know that India became independent on 15th August 1947. So this were people joined this struggle and they were inspired by idea of freedom, equality, and they were also participated in decision making, right? We all know these points, so general points only. So all they took some decisions, right? So under the colonial rule, we all lived in the fear of British government, and whatever the decisions they took, we didn't agree with many. Okay, because they were not good to us, they were harming us, so that's why we didn't accept those rules, right? So we disagreed, we can say that, right? So under this high pressure and all that, we finally uh, allowed to high pressure of INC, British government allowed to discuss the budget and ask questions. So they allowed. Under this high pressure only they allowed, okay? So they allowed indirect elections, not direct also, just indirect, to legislative assembly. Sorry, I'm scratching. Legislative assembly. But national leaders, they are not satisfied with this, okay? But at last, independent on August 1947, we fought through a long difficult struggle, we got it. So what were the take off points for Britishers? They didn't give us democracy, no democracy was there, no desire and approval and participation of people, not much. Okay, so some of very little didn't participate also. Participation is very much important for freedom. So the individual were given approval to government through election. So as we all know that adult franchise, right? Adult franchise. So we all know this rule, what this means, right? So this means that every citizen who is 18 or 18 plus has a right to vote, right? So this one we already know this. So that is what they meant there. Okay, let's get back to the points. So this much we understood. Now people now elected their representatives, right? So this first people will elect, sorry, on white screen I'm writing with white pen. Now some people will be there, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now if you are the voter, suppose you are 18 or 18 plus and you are the voter, so should be differentiated, right? That's why I do like this. Now you can vote to any of these people here. You can vote to 1, you can vote to 2, or you can vote to 3, or to 4. So only one is your choice. Like not one number, only one person you have to choose, right? Either 4 you can choose if you want, like that. So that is the what they meant there. And a group representative, they form government. All the groups representatives will be there, no? So they will form one government. Like you all know, common, if you take overall India, so India, if you take, it is like such a way rough. Okay, so what is the now ruling party over India is BJP, right? He's the PM. So PM's party is BJP. So almost all the states have BJP, right? Now I will take 4 states example. Okay, now in Karnataka, if you take, Karnataka has BJP party, and Tamil Nadu, if you take, Tamil Nadu also has, and Telangana, if you take, Telangana also has BJP. Andhra, if you take, Andhra also has BJP. So like a common party, right? For almost all states it's there. Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab. So some of the states BJP is most probably there here. It's very much famous. So again, this parliament made up representatives control and guide the government. So whatever they want. Now you will choose a person. Suppose there is a Sarpanch elections now. People were there. We will have only 3 people for example. Okay, it'll be easy, no? So voter, now you will vote to, suppose you're voting this person and many people voted him only, this is one. So what is happening, one, he won, right? Obviously if he is getting more of votes means he will win. So that one WN, that time you can ask your wishes to him, right? Like if your drainage system is not proper, you can ask to fix it and all that. So you can ask. If you didn't vote for him also, you can ask. That's major rule you have that right. Okay, now we have to discuss what is the role of parliament. Their first role is they have to select the national government. Second one, to control and inform the control, guide and inform the government. And third one is to making laws. Okay, lawmaking. So these 3 we are going to see in detail now. So I have bought some simpler points. Okay, like it is in shortcut here. So it will be easy for you to remember. If you want, just note it or take a screenshot. It'll be nice. Actually, it's easy. That's why I took it. Okay, so first, what is this parliament consisting of? First, we have to learn that, right, before knowing what to select the government. First, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, we know this, right? Once I'll show the pictures of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So these are the 2 houses of parliament, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay, you can see the pictures. I wrote the names also. These are the 2 houses. Lok Sabha is the lower house and Rajya Sabha is the upper house. So anyways, we will discuss about it also. Now we are discussing points about it now. So Lok Sabha election list prepared is, we will have totally people 543 plus 2. So plus 2 is nothing but some, that is 2 Anglo-Indians we have. Okay, 543 full Indians only we will have. Okay, and the 2 are Anglo-Indians. That means they are not Indians, but one of their will be Indian. They will be nominated. Okay, so and in Lok Sabha, and the opposition party, obviously they will select the executive. The prime minister is selects the leader. Ruling party select ministers given charge, education, health, finance. So this is all words are written. So a little bit tough to understand, right? So I'll explain. So it means that the important function of Lok Sabha is to select executive. So this is the important function of Lok Sabha. Make a change, okay? It's a function of Lok Sabha. Sabha, okay, fine. Now, and also the Prime Minister of India is the leader for the ruling party, okay, in Lok Sabha. And from the MPs who belong to her party or his party, the Prime Minister selects ministers to work with her to implement decisions. So this is the meaning for that. Related to these ministers also, they take up charge related to different areas and different grounds, like government, they will function in health, education, finance, all that. Now coalition government I have to explain. So coalition government is nothing but, see, sometimes there is once a particular number in which people have to get the above that number, they should get votes. If they don't get, they have 2 options. Okay, one is coalition government and second one is re-election. So if they don't want re-election, re-election is simple, but again elections will be done. That is very simple. We are discussing about coalition government, right? So that is nothing but, now suppose we will take 3 parties. Okay, so this has actually happened in Karnataka. this year. So we will take one party as JDS, BJP and Congress. Right. So what happened? This was the situation that time. BJP got 13 out of 15 seats. Okay, JDS got a little bit less only. So when they two add up, when BJP and JDS, they both, when they add up their votes, it will be obviously top of the seats required, right? So that time, what happened? Congress didn't do anything. Okay, so BJP and JDS, they both did coalition. So when they combine, they will select one of them as the CM. Okay, so these two, they will select one of them. So first, from JDS party, they selected Kumaraswamy as the CM. Then he was not working well, so like they didn't want him. So BJP now present, we have Yediyurappa from BJP party as the CM of Karnataka. So this is one of the example for coalition government. Now you will be understanding better. So now this point I explained coalition government. Now Rajya Sabha. So we have to discuss about Rajya Sabha right now. Or we completed about Lok Sabha. Now we'll see Rajya Sabha. So for it primarily functions as the representative of states of India in Parliament. So it can also initiate legal legislation, and a bill is required to pass through the Rajya Sabha in order to become a law. If it wanted to be a law, we need a bill for passing it. Okay, and important role is they will review the laws and they will alter it. And the members here are 233 plus 12 nominated by president. These 12. Okay, so this is about some part of selection of national government. Now we have to see about second part, that is to control, guide and inform the government, right? Sorry, this slide. Generally the first hour of sitting of Lok Sabha is devoted to questions, and that hour is called as question hour. Okay, so Parliament, when they are having some meetings, first it will start with question hour. Okay, this is the main point only, first point. Okay, MPs of Parliament. MPs means member of Parliament are free to ask questions to ministers of the government to get information on public concern matters. So here what they will do, these MPs, member of parliaments will be there, no? These members will ask, they are free to ask questions to ministers, like chief minister and all that. They will ask question on what they will ask related to public concerns, like if in one area street lights are not there, drainage is not clean, about that roads are not proper. In such a way, some questions if they ask, they have to answer. They are free to ask that questions. Right now, what much we can see is, by asking questions, the government is altered to its shortcomings and also come to know the opinion of the people through their representatives in the parliament, that is MPs. Okay, so asking questions also is very much important task for every MP. Then this opposition parties, it has a crucial role in healthy functioning of a democracy. So this opposition, they highlight the drawbacks of the ruling party, and what are the policies, programs, whatever the government is doing, they are very much to highlighting drawbacks. So it's very much important, right? Yes. Now also the government gets valuable feedback, and it's kept on its toes by the questions asked by MPs. Okay, so it has this also. Now in this ways, the parliament, what happens is, it can control, guide and inform about the government. So it is one of the method, right? So in this way it is doing controlling. MPs have MPs as representative of people have central role in controlling, guiding and informing the parliament, and this is the key aspect of functioning of Indian democracy. Write this here, okay? Key aspect. Very much important to write it. Yes. So now we will see lawmaking points. So in lawmaking, actually we don't have much of into it, because next chapter itself we fully have about laws, that is understanding laws. Okay, we will discuss more about this in that lesson. Okay, so what we can say for this is, like, lawmaking is very much significant function of parliament. Okay, so all this we will discuss in that chapter. So this is some of the basic information which I have got it. First reading is the introduction stage, and second is the discussion, and third is voting stage, and last is president's assent. Okay, now we'll see who are the people in parliament. So this is the slide. So parliament has now more and more people from different backgrounds. So people are coming from different backgrounds now to parliament, and seats are reserved here. Okay, like and also seats are increased for Dalits and backward castes also. Okay, for participation in politics. So we'll see the percentage once I'll show in the picture. So this is the population of percent of population who voted in Lok Sabha. You can see the years and voter turnout. Okay, so it's keep on increasing, right? We can observe that. Now in 2014, if you take, it is 66.40. So it's increasing a lot. But here first in 1951 it was 61.60. Sorry, 0.16, but there it came decreasing, like 55 it became, right? 55, 60, 64. So finally in 2014 it increased. So that was the thing. Now, so MPs, they were elected, right, from Dalit and Adivasis also. So ST and STs, we know this, right? Some people are elected, they have some reserve seats for ST and SC castes. Okay, so this has done. MPs elected from constituencies will be familiar with and can represent the Dalit and Adivasi interests on parliament. And reservation for women, 60 years ago 4% it was, and MPs today is about 9%. Only about women they are talking. Now we'll see the differences between Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So the lesson went quite interesting, but now the last part about Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So as I told already, Lok Sabha is called the lower house, that means house of people it is, and Rajya Sabha, upper house council of states, it's the permanent house. Okay, like a permanent house means permanently it is built, temporarily again they will construct, not like that. Like people will be for most of the time in that only, they will not be changed again and again. So Lok Sabha maximum strength is 552, that means like 530 people from the states and 20 from the union territory. So when you add up, it is 550, and 2 members from Anglo-Indian, as I explained, nominated by the president. So, and also it is presided by speaker. We know, right? Some here the person will sit. Wait, see, zoom it and see. Here the speaker will sit. This is the place of speaker. So he will sit and manage the session there. Okay. And for Rajya Sabha, the vice president will sit there. Here he will sit and he is going to take that session. Okay, he is the chairman. Now members are elected for 5 years in Lok Sabha, and members are elected for every 6 years in Rajya Sabha. That's it. Simple differences. You can write this. And also the last part, parliament can introduce new laws and they can change old laws also. This is the functions, or some of the functions of parliament. So you can take this down also. Functions, that is they can alter a little bit the old laws and they can make new laws also. And law is first introduced in the form of bill, and bill is a draft proposed law. Okay, like we people, so firstly, before and all that, people only have to go there, ask for laws. But now, and some people know they will get daily wage, no, they can't go there and lose their wages. So daily they will get the money, they wage like 100 like that, so they can't lose that, right, for their daily life. So for that they also introduced, like, they can write a letter to them and they can put it in the post box, so no time will be wasted for them, right? So they can do their work as well as they can write the complaint, and that will be received by central government, so in such a way. Thanks for watching our video. Do like, share and subscribe to Vishwa Blooms. Bye.